Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about my favorite stock in the stock market. Yesterday I talked about my second favorite, maybe like top three, top five. This one is my favorite stock in the stock market by far. It's an expensive stock, but it's also, there's very good reason that it's expensive. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a live buy of this stock. I'm going to buy some of it live here on camera just to show you guys that I actually do believe in it. It is a stock that I want to put my money into, and I think that it's going to make a lot of money over the long term. So if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. We're on our way to 600 subscribers. Appreciate all you guys. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So portfolio today, obviously stagnant. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. Nothing going on. Happy weekend to you guys. Enjoy the 2 days off of the stock market. It's chaos every other day. But we see that yesterday, my video, if you guys haven't watched that one yet, watch that one about also one of my favorite stocks. But this one is my favorite stock. This is SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI. SoFi Technologies. This is a banking company, a fintech company. They're a financial company. They're a financial based business, but they also do have tech aspects to them. Their PE ratio is 56. This is alarming to some people, but I think that they deserve it. I think their competitive advantage over their peers grants them a 56 PE ratio, and that's fair. That's in line with what I'd rate them at. Their market cap is 33 billion. They're still, they're not little, but they're not huge. I mean, they're pretty big. $33 billion market cap is very respectable in the stock market. You have a well-established company if your market cap is, anywhere over 10 billion, I'd say. So definitely a respectable, size for this company right here. But if we look at the stock price on this one, we see past 5 years up 153%. Hasn't even been a stock for 5 years, actually. Very interesting there. It actually IPO'd in 2020 in November. So it's going to be coming up on 5 years right here. So this young company hasn't been around for long. We see it was founded in 2011, and then it looks like they went public in 2020. Past year alone, the stock is up 257%. Year to date, it's up 86%. So this stock's on a tear. Okay, past week it's down 5%, and past month it's up 10. But past 3 months up 65, up 86 year to date, and then past year it's up 257. Why would you invest in the stock still? I'm sure you guys are asking yourself. So SoFi has climbed to 7% of my portfolio from only putting in, you guys can do the math right here, but I didn't even put in $500 into this stock, and I'm at, well over 1,500 now. So, that's, a good investment in my book very quickly too. You see that when I was buying shares of SoFi, this was around, March, February, January. So this was this year, early this year. So great timing on that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, dollar cost average up. That's what I always have to do. And I want to get into the investor presentation, enough talking about that. But I'm going to live invest in it after this presentation. I want to show you guys why I believe in SoFi so much first, and then I'm going to invest in it. Because I think it's very, helpful for me to put my money where my mouth is and actually invest in these companies that I'm talking to you guys about. Because I could come on here and say, oh, I believe in this company, and then it wouldn't do anything if I didn't buy the company myself, or I just said I believed in it and didn't, back that with anything. So that's why I'm doing that now. I hope you guys enjoy that. But we see that this, they have a very nice interface, I'd say. This is very clean, simple. It's not too simple, but it's just the right amount, I think, where you feel like it's simple enough, but it's also not, alarmingly simple. We see their financial services productivity loop. We see that this is, how they make their money. A lot of financial services right here you can see, but a lot of lending actually is expanding a lot, their fees on lending. And we see this is the most important. These are their numbers that are the most impressive. You see their compounding annual growth rate of 51% in the members. That's insane. If you can grow your members by 51% compounding annual growth rate, and even just this past year it was 34. That's, not a lot no companies are doing that. That's why SoFi's PE ratio is so high. There's literally zero companies that have the numbers that SoFi has. They have durable growth, which is, what you need to look for. This is why this is second on their stats right here, because this company's ran up so fast in such a short amount of time. There's a lot of companies that have done that. If we look at another example of a company that actually did that, very high growth rates, very fast, we can see there's two companies that I actually own that I got in after the initial run. So Elf right here, we see this one just had, just on a tear. It went from almost overnight April 2022 to August 2023, not even a year. It went from 24 to 138. And then another stock that has a similar run like that is Celsius, that actually had crazy growth rates. We see right here it rose from, March 31st, and then you get to March 28th. So in a year, it was, all the way from $30 to, I think it was 90 actually. It only says 82 right there, but yeah, it was more like 95. So I mean that you guys see like companies will rise and then drop a lot, but I don't think SoFi is going to drop because their growth seems pretty sustainable. I mean, as it shows in this presentation, that's not a telltale sign, but I do like. I mean, these are just numbers. This isn't. I mean, their guidance, but I mean, you can see what they've done in the past year. It looks like they're gonna outdo that. I mean, look at the way that they're growing. I mean, just this quarter alone, you see 237, 356, 489, 597, 858. The big, second biggest jump on these year-over-year growths. Their 2025 guidance, look at how much higher it is than their 2024. I mean, 2023 to 2024 is decent, but I mean, this one looks even bigger. So I think that's, kind of the story with SoFi is it's going to keep growing faster and faster until, it reaches the level of these Wells Fargo, these Chase banks, companies like that. And I mean, look at this one, adjusted net revenue for their revenue has shifted towards more capital light and fee-based revenue. I love to see that. Fee-based revenue is great. That's what you want when you're a bank. That's how you're going to make all your money usually. I mean, look at this year-over-year growth for this 74% for their tech platform and financial service dollars. And their fee-based revenue is up 72%. And new people are getting into SoFi. This isn't going to stop. This isn't just going to plateau all of a sudden. I mean, that's the, fear that I'd have with this company, and with all the numbers I'm seeing, it seems pretty, like obvious that it's probably not going to do that. I mean, nobody knows for sure. But I do think that probably it's not going to happen to SoFi. And if it does, then I'd be happy to buy SoFi for cheaper than it is right now. And then we look at this right here. So this is literally, I mean, they're growing at an insane clip again. I mean, student loans, home loans is a new big sector for them. We see personal loans are actually gaining a lot of popularity. I think as time goes on, personal loans are going to get more and more popular. I mean, we see them getting more and more popular as of right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we can probably, guess that are going to just get more popular over time, and more people are going to pull money out for student loans as they get more expensive. More people are going to use SoFi because of their young, base, their young customer base that they have. We see consistent credit performance, great to see. Personal loan performance, also great. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of great numbers with SoFi. I mean, it's just, and look at this interface again, beautiful, just very clean, very simple, very straight to the point, but also fun and fresh. Like, I'd say the best interface I've ever seen on any app is Robinhood. I think Robinhood has the best interface, maybe not for computer, but I think mobile, as far as mobile apps go, I think Robinhood has the best interface in the game. So I think that that's, something that, and this kind of reminds me of Robinhood a little bit with, the simplicity that they have, but it's also just very pleasing to that. SoFi Technologies of 2025, you see their risk-based capital, tier 1 leverage. I'm not worried about that. This is their numbers that they're expecting to come in now that they've gotten the second quarter. Excuse me. Now that they've gotten the second quarter of 2025, these are their updated guidance. We see that their low end was 24%. Now their high end was 27%. Now they're just expecting 30%. They're beating numbers every single quarter. All of these are higher. Every single one. They're not missing on any of them. They're literally, I mean, these are the same numbers again, but SoFi isn't missing on any of these. I mean, it's just insane what SoFi is doing. And what I really want to go over is this point right here. So if you guys did make it to the video to this point, be sure to smash that like button if you guys are enjoying it. But this is the main point that I want to make with SoFi. SoFi is a different type of bank. So SoFi has something that no other bank has that every other bank wishes they had at this point in time. SoFi only has 5,000 employees, okay? I mean, for banks, that's very little amount, especially at the scale that they're at. $33 billion company with 5,000 employees, and they're a bank. And you're asking yourself, how does that work? Do they only have one person per location, or only two people at each location? They don't have any locations. So SoFi is purely online. They don't have any overhead, leasing retail spaces, paying salaries to employees that are working as clerks or bank tellers or things of that nature. They don't have to pay those people. I mean, they do have people on the phone, but that's, a lot less than you'd have to pay someone in person. And at the same time, it's just the overhead. You don't need to keep the lights on per se. They just have their headquarters here in San Francisco. They don't have any physical locations. So that's a great thing that I think is going to become the future. I mean, the younger people that are attracted to SoFi also, usually aren't the biggest fan of going into the bank. I personally don't go into the bank ever. I use Wells Fargo. I do want to transfer to SoFi eventually. I've just been using Wells Fargo for a while. But I mean, yeah, all I use is the ATM, and then you just pay everything online and you deposit checks electronically. It's like you can do everything online. So why not use SoFi? We see, but this is what I wanted to compare it to. So SoFi has a $33 billion market cap and a 56 P ratio and 5,000 employees. Let's look at Wells Fargo. Because why not? I mean, let's see what Wells Fargo does. They're leasing a lot of spaces. They have a lot of employees, 217,000 employees, and their PE ratio isn't even 15. They don't have a competitive advantage over anyone else in the banking industry. They just have, they're very well cemented. They have good financial backing. They have a good name. It's not like they're going to disappear. It's not like, they're going to start doing bad all of a sudden. I think Wells Fargo is a great company, but they just don't have the growth that SoFi has because they're not in the same realm. They're not the same as SoFi. That's why their PE ratio is 15. Nobody wants to own this stock as much as they want to own SoFi stock. They also pay a dividend, which I personally don't like. I'm more of a growth investor. But their market cap is 272 billion. SoFi would need to, about 9x to reach this market cap, which I think they'll reach one day pretty soon here. So I think that's why, I mean, this is very good, reason to invest into SoFi. Look at where this company is. They have a $272 billion market cap with a 15 P ratio. This is a very valuable company, to say the least. And then another company that I find very interesting, even bigger than Wells Fargo, we see is JP Morgan Chase. This is another banking company who also pay a dividend, which makes sense for banks, but not my favorite. Their price to earnings ratio is 16.22. Also very low, especially compared to SoFi's. Their employees are 317,000, so a lot of employees for them, not a lot for SoFi. It just stands the case again that I have, and their market cap is almost $1 trillion. So this is a very expensive company. SoFi would need to about 30x to get where they're at. So do I see that happening? Yes, I think that they're gonna. So I think that it's pretty reasonable to say that SoFi is going to do that. I don't think that's crazy. So that's why I really like SoFi. And then, the main thing with Chase and Wells Fargo is their customer base are the boomers, the baby boomers, people that want to go into the bank that are going to be up in a panic, up in a frenzy if you just all of a sudden shut down the banks and stop paying the overhead for those. Because do I think one day banking will become all online? Yes. I don't see Wells Fargo would have any reason to keep, I mean, if they do, not a lot, maybe keep a few locations just for ease of access. But I think that, there's a lot of things that just point in the direction of there's going to be no physical banks. It's all going to be online, and it's just all going to be online banking, no more physical walking into a bank, depositing your check, getting your direct deposit. There will still be ATMs. You can pull money out of the ATM. I mean, honestly, there might not even be cash in the future. I'm not here to speculate this video, but Wells Fargo and JP Morgan are things of the past. If they did get rid of all their locations and tried to match SoFi, their customer base would be up in, a panic, up in a frenzy, and they'd all probably, go over to another bank that has in-person locations, maybe their local credit union or something like that. So, I mean, you got to look at it with that regard. Like, they have no competitive advantage, these banks, just besides their name and their financial backing. SoFi actually has a business model that you want to invest into, and they don't pay a dividend, which I like. And then, yeah, so I really like SoFi a lot. I'm going to do the live buy here right now. I'm going to buy about $100 worth of SoFi here. I'm probably going to buy 4 shares, so a little bit more than $100, because this is the first SoFi I bought in a long time. So this is a big purchase for me. We see my average cost is $8.44. We're going to review the order. The market is closed right now, but I am going to keep this order for you guys. I'm not going to just make this order and then delete it. I just put 500 into the stock that I made a video on yesterday as well. If you guys do want to check that out, be sure to check my last video. And yeah, so that's all I have for today, guys. I just wanted to show you me buying SoFi, talk about the company a little bit, and also talk about why I believe in it, especially compared to these other, big players that are banks as well. So if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button. It helps me a lot in the algorithm. I really appreciate it. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys do enjoy this content. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.